Hello everybody, welcome back to SheffPlays, and in today's video we are talking about Onslaught. We will be covering this as a whole in this video, instead of going over everything individually, because it's all relatively the same, just minor changes like mystery munitions is just a mystery box weapon every round, which isn't super different when you consider boss rounds, but we'll talk about those. Accelerated is the same thing but faster. And then they're all just tiny variations. So we'll do usual pros, cons, rating, review, recommendation, and yeah, let's get into it. For pros, it is a fast-paced game mode. So if you're looking for quick zombies and don't feel like grinding a ton, this is a solid option. Next, it is super easy to follow. Like, it's very clear on what needs to be done and what you need to do. Like, there's no hidden mystery, there's no like, where do I go from here? It's very clear and easy to understand. Next is, every 3 rounds there is a boss round, and when you kill the bosses, they'll drop perks, weapons, sometimes kill streaks, sometimes wrenches to upgrade your rarity, sometimes chalices that pack a punch your gun, and other weapons. Which ties into the next point is new weapons. As you can see here, they randomly drop weapons every time you finish a boss round, which is only every 3rd surge, so it's not super hard if you need to like get a new weapon soon, and they're just not dropping what you need them to. And generally the rarity of the weapon will coincide with just how far you are in the game. Sometimes you'll get a legendary super early on, sometimes you'll get a common a little later on, but for the most part it is pretty generous about that. Next is the bosses are relatively easy to kill. They all have super decent weak points, with the Megaton being standard headshot, the Mimic being its glowing mouth, and the Soldat having 2 with both its helmet and its arm cannon. They're relatively easy if you know how to take them out quick. Just a little like hint or bonus idea for these is it's super smart to go on Onslaught with a shotgun, as they deal heavy damage, and the bosses are pretty easy to take down with a shotgun. Next is insta-kill, which sounds like a weird pro, but they did take out other power-ups like Carpenter, which although there's no windows, that can repair your shield if it's down, so there's no that. There's no max ammo, there's no nuke, there's no double points, but you don't really need double points for this one, so it wouldn't really matter anyway. But the insta-kill is a big heavy hitter. It can make the later rounds go by a lot quicker, because once you pass round 16, every zombie only puts 1% towards the surge. And plus the insta-kills make you do a ridiculous amount of damage to those bosses, so on those boss rounds it can make them fly by like crazy. Cons is perk order. They will randomly drop perks when you kill bosses, and if you don't get something like Jug early on, like you don't get lucky enough for that, it can really make a game end in a snap. And that goes with the next one, is the random drops. That really can be the problem. And like sometimes it doesn't always drop a chalice once you're at a point where it will, or it won't drop wrenches when you need them. And so you can go from an absolute tank to an ant in a matter of 2 to 3 surges, and it can really flip like how long you're going to last compared to how long you thought you were going to last. And lastly is you can get crowded so fast in this because you have to stay in the zone, and sometimes in a map like this where there's a decent amount of walls, it's super easy to get cornered and super easy to get taken down. But yeah, I know it was kind of quick, but this mode's kind of just like a flash mode. Like, it's very fast, like very easy to understand, and there's really not a ton to it. And overall, it gets a 7.5. I do recommend it if you're not looking to put in the like effort. Well, that's rude. If you're not looking to put in the grind for a full game at the moment and just want to play some zombies, this is not a bad alternative by any means. Just don't go into it expecting to like break records. I mean, you very well could, but it takes a very long time, especially after 16. But it's not bad just to grind out some levels and some rounds and call it a day. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed. Hope you're having a good day. If you're watching early on, have a good rest of your day. See you in the next one, and until then, keep surviving, And up next, we will be covering Outbreak, which will be more of a standard one, and will be maybe a little bit longer because I want to try to get some footage of each map. Whether that takes me 1 or 2 games, I don't know yet. Probably depends on the weapon I go in with. But yeah, until then, see ya.